Hello friends, and welcome back. This is going to be episode 12 of the hearse build. I did do some work on it off camera a little bit, and I worked on the trees, and this is one of the trees here, and I hated how that turned out. So I took a brush that I kind of beat up a bit, and made the bristles like kind of stroked out, and I took a few drops of the Kaleido paints, the gray K010, the brown K018, the black K002, and the white K001. And I just put one drop in this palette, and I'm just trying to beat it around with the brush, and got like a real dry brush on it, and I just put like some strokes down, and you can kind of see trees on this side. They look a little better, a little more fuller than this side where it just kind of, so I was going to do one of those with you on camera just to kind of show you what we did real quick. And this is the brush I was using actually. And I kind of started with the brown. I got a little bit on my palette, and I just kind of dabbed it around until I got it just real dry. And these paints aren't really recommended for brushing, but you can, if for something like this. And let me get my glasses. And I'm trying to do this backwards so you guys can see too. So I just kind of went in here on my, I think I hit it on my tree, and just kind of put some brush strokes in there, real light. And that's knocking back some of the white a little bit, and making it look more like giving it more of a like the bark look there. And then I went with the gray, and the same thing. I just dab that around until I got the brush just real dry. And I have a paper towel here too that I just wet with a little bit of a soapy water, and I can dry it out additionally on there. And you just want to pick up a little bit of paint. You see my bristles are pretty spread out, and I'm just barely touching this, just barely getting the paint on there. And this would probably had worked better if I had a finer brush to do it with, but I looked around and I didn't. I don't know if you guys saw that. It might have been off camera there. But that's the gray. And then I went in with a little bit of black. And I didn't even clean the brush out. I'm just kind of changing colors and just beating it around in there. And the black is really, there's a lot of pigment in that. So you really got to knock that back and dry it out good. Otherwise, it's going to just put a heavy mark on there. And then with the black too, I kind of hit it on the sides a little bit at the end, just to kind of bring that pattern closer together, so that I didn't have it so spread out, you know. And then yeah, I was definitely up here. Let me move this a little bit that way. That might help us. Um, and the same thing, just kind of just some real light strokes in there, and just getting the different colors in there, you know. I think I want a little more brown down there in that bottom. Kind of showing where the roots are there, you know. And then finally, I cleaned my brush off before I went into the white. Um, let me do that real quick. And the white seems like a really wet color, so that's going to be hard to dry, you know. So you really got to go hard on that one. All right, and then this one would just put a couple of highlights in there just to kind of show it out. I want a little bit in that top there. And I think that's good enough. That looks a lot much more realistic than what we had going on there before. So um, now I think we're gonna peel off um, the glue stuff that we put on there for the. Let me pause you real quick. All right, that is called Graphics Liquid Fisket Incredible White Mask, and uh, so that's where we put up to cover up the rust spots, and so we're just going to put a little bit. I'm sorry, we're going to wipe that off with the with just a little towel. I'll pause you real quick, get resituated here, and we'll do that. All right, so we got a little towel here, and from what Manny showed on his video and how he does it, he just kind of wipes that glue off. See, we can tip you down a little bit. And I'll do some of this with you, and then I'll just do the rest off camera, but kind of lifting that glue off of there a little bit. That stuff comes off there pretty easy too. Kind of cool. Trying to see where I have it at. All these details in there, it's kind of hard to it's hard to see it in there a little bit. Figure I'll do this one side so I can show you guys, and then I'll just do the rest off camera here. Oh yeah, I had some on the door here too. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so we took those few spots off. We had the front here and here, down in this quarter a little bit. I had a little spot here, a little wear around the door, a little spot down here, and I thought I had some back here, but I didn't. Oh yeah, maybe it was on the other side. Up in here where where the car's kicking up all the road grind, and then we did a little spot back there. All right, so I'm gonna do the rest of this off camera, and then I'll bring you back. All right, so we got all our weathering and patina stuff removed. This is what we got. Not too bad. I think there's a little bit more rust on there than kind of what I was going for, but that's all right. We can work with it. Now I'm gonna take the Stedi 800 grit and just like some of the spots. I'm just gonna kind of rough them in a little bit because these top areas, I just kind of want to make it look like it's more of a sun bake, where the paint come off more than anything. We'll do this area here, and I'll show you guys this, and then I'll just do the rest off camera. But yeah, just kind of blending it in a little bit. So let me do the rest of this off camera real quick, and I'll bring you back. All right, so we did get all those edges sanded up a little bit. I think it looks a little more rust-like and presentable. And I just used a Stedi 800 grit, just kind of rough that real quick. And now we're going to put some clear coat on there, and we'll meet you at the bench. I'm sorry. We'll meet you over there at the paint booth, and we'll put some clear on there. All right, so we're over here at the booth. I got my clear coat mixed up. I'm gonna just hit this with a tack cloth real quick. And I like to store my tack cloths in these little plastic jars, and I get these at the dollar store. Keeps your tack cloth fresh. These go a long ways. You can move them around and stuff. Sometimes I even one-to-one cars, we use this to do 2 cars with or something. But just kind of wipe it off, trying to get any dust off. I already know there's some little imperfections in here, little dirt nips in the hood and stuff that I'm gonna have to go back and fix later. but we'll just try to keep as much dust off of there as we can. So we'll hit it with the tack cloth. Matter of fact, I got that new Tamaya anti-static brush too, so maybe we'll wipe that down with that real quick before we spray it, because I bought it, so I might as well use it, right? I seen everybody else using it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Let me try it out. I could even get the thing out of there. I guess it's supposed to get the static off of there and prevent the dirt from clinging to it. One time I'm down here, and this room is in my basement, and I'm down here painting the car, and no sooner did I put the clear coat on it, a fruit fly landed in it. So you never know. How do you get a fruit fly in the basement? All right, so I'm gonna put my mask on, so I'm not gonna be talking or anything. We're just gonna pour the paint and spray it. So. And I'm still using the seeker, and I switched it back over to the 0.5 needle to spray the clear with. Got our clear mixed up. And I'm using automotive urethane clear. This is a Vitek clear coat. It's a 2K clear. So you got to mix it with a hardener. I'm just putting a light tack coat on here. All right, that was our tack coat. Kind of see what it's looking like. And just kind of give that a couple minutes to set up. And then we'll go ahead and clear it. And I'll spray it with you guys on here, but I'll speed the video up, and so it'll be in fast motion, but at least you can see what we're doing. All right, I think that's pretty good. Got some clear coat left, but we're just going to waste that because that's going to harden up anyway. So that's no good. If you're using 2K clear coat, you immediately need to clean your gun out when you're done. But I put some reducer in there, just to keep it in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that cleaned up, and I'll do that off camera. I'll meet you guys back at the bench. All right, so we're back at the bench. Let me get you fixed up here. Sorry. All right, so we're back at the bench. We did get the seeker all cleaned out and good as new. I do like this brush. I really do. Let's show you what we did. We got it all clear coated up. Now this is this is actually still wet, so still curing. But that's what we got so far. Now I did clear coat the whole thing, and I know I clear coated over top of the rust. And what I plan to do is I'm gonna go back in there with the seeker with some dull coat and just dull up those areas and kind of fade it a little bit coming down. And then we'll do some of our other rust work in there to get the rust to look more realistic. But she's shining pretty good. I know I got a bunch of little dirt nips and stuff up there in the sky, but there's so much reflection that it's hard to even show you guys how the paint turned out. But yeah, you see how that clear, once I put the clear coat on there, it really makes all those other colors and the dimensions pop in there. You can kind of see the purples and the blues a lot more transparent. Look at those fine line lightning bolts. Now there's about, like, this lightning bolt over here, there's 3 different lines going down through that, to replicate real lightning strikes. But yeah, I think that's coming out pretty cool. I do gotta say though, doing that fine line work with the Kaleido paints, especially with the white, just trying to get in there and just do that real fine line, was a little difficult. And the tip dry, like, I had so much tip dry that I had to fight with. And like I said, I'm a solvent paint kind of guy, and but I'm willing to try new things too. In all fairness, Gallery does have a reducer with a retarder in it, and I believe that would slow down the paint dry time and allow me to do more work without it drying up as fast and causing that tip dry. So, but in the next episode, we're going to do some of the fade work and with a dull coat to knock back the shininess around the rust, and add some more colors into the rust to get the rust to look more transparent. And then I think we're going to jump back and start working on the interior stuff to get that all up to par. And we're getting close to the end here on this thing, you know. So it's been a great build. I've had a ton of fun with this thing, and I do have something planned for the next build, and that's going to be fun. That's going to be a good one. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you liked the video. I hope you guys got something out of this. And until the next one, I appreciate you guys. Have a great day.